So now we will start the analysis of trusses using steepness matrix method. Now first we will go through the important article, and that is coordinate systems used in the analysis of structures. Why we are covering this under the heading of analysis of trusses? Because for one-dimensional structures like bars and beams, your loads are always acting in a single direction, and that's why the only one coordinate system is sufficient. But when your structure is subjected to two-directional or three-directional forces, there are two important coordinate systems comes in picture. First one is called as local coordinate system, and second is called as global coordinate system. So if you take a simple example, what is local coordinate system and what is global coordinate system, if you want to understand. If you take a simple example of one truss with the three members, if you look at that, if you look at this truss with the three members, local coordinate system means a coordinate system which changes member to member, or a coordinate system which is used to represent one member of the truss. Okay, so that is called as local coordinate system. And when we represent one member, coordinate system of a one member, that for every member the x and y coordinates will change. Okay, so that is called as local coordinate system. To understand it in a better way, if you look at this truss, there are three members. If you draw these three members separately, these will be three members. Okay, this is joint 1, joint 2 and joint 3. So this member is having 1, 2, this is 1, 3, and this is 2, 3. Now in local coordinate system, x-axis is always assumed along the member, and y-axis is assumed perpendicular to x-axis in anti-clockwise sense. So x-axis is always assumed along the member means, if you consider this member, this is along the member is your x-axis. Starting from left joint and going toward the right joint, that is plus x. Similarly, if you look at this member, if your left end is equals 2, then this will be x. This is x-axis. If you look at this, if you take one as a bottom node, first node or left node, then this will be x-axis. If you look at all three members now, your x-axis is changed in all three members. How the x-axis is assumed? X-axis means it is along the member. X-axis along the member, starting from the first node, first joint, and going toward the second joint. Okay, that is plus x. And now how the y-axis is assumed? Y-axis is perpendicular to x-axis in anti-clockwise sense. So anti-clockwise means like this. Anti-clockwise, rotate in anti-clockwise sense by 90 degree, and that is y. So anti-clockwise y-axis is perpendicular to x-axis in anti-clockwise sense. With respect to first node, always show it, means left node. Here, if you take this 2 as the first node, anti-clockwise means like this. This is y-axis. If you take this member, this is first node, so anti-clockwise. This is y-axis. So if you look at three figures, your coordinate system changes member to member. So this is called as local coordinate system. It means for every member, we are choosing the coordinate system with respect to orientation of that member only. If member is horizontal, x is horizontal. If member is inclined, X is inclined. Okay, so the coordinate system which changes member to member is called as local coordinate system. Now if you look at this truss, for the whole truss now, if you assume a single coordinate system, that is, for the whole truss if you assume that this is origin O, this is origin O, and x-axis is horizontal and y-axis is vertical. Now this xy coordinate system is same for all three members. With respect to this origin and with respect to this xy axis, we have to find out, or we have to analyze the three members of the truss. So it means now all three members, or for a whole truss structure, a common coordinate system is assumed, that is horizontal x and vertical y. So it is called as global coordinate system. Okay, first one, local coordinate system which changes member to member, and global coordinate system which is common to the whole structure. Okay, now if you remember analysis of bars, we have derived the standard stiffness matrix of bar. This was the standard stiffness matrix of bar. Now, for which condition or for which member of the bar we have derived the stiffness matrix? While deriving the stiffness matrix, we have considered the bar like this, horizontal. This orientation of bar was considered. Okay, it means this stiffness matrix is suitable only for those bar members which are either horizontal or vertical. Only for these two orientations of bar, this stiffness matrix is useful. If you want to apply this stiffness matrix for members, bar members which are inclined, this stiffness matrix is not used. Okay, so it means this stiffness matrix we have derived for a particular local coordinate system which is this xy. Okay, it is not used for the other local coordinate systems. Right? So, now if you look at the truss structure is not a primary structure. It is actually the assembly of number of bar members together. When you connect number of bar members together, it forms the truss. So truss is not a primary structure. So if you separate all members of truss, those members are nothing but bar members. Okay, so stiffness matrix of bar is used to represent the individual member of the truss. Okay, but of course now there are some conditions will change. For example, in the truss is subjected to two directional forces. Forces in x direction as well as forces in y direction. Truss is subjected to two directional forces. So it means when you apply the forces in x and y direction, at each joint of the truss there are two displacements. At each joint there are two displacements, horizontal displacement and vertical displacement. U1, V1, U2, V2 and U3, V3. Where U1, U2, U3 are the displacements in x direction, V1, V2, V3 are the displacements in y direction. So truss is subjected to x and y directional forces, and therefore at each node of the truss there are two displacement, horizontal displacement and vertical displacement. But if you remember bar analysis, since bar is subjected to only axial forces like this, always subjected to axial forces means forces are applied in only axial direction, and that's why bars are subjected to only one displacement at each node, and that is axial displacement. So there is only U1, U2. There is only U1, U2 because bar is subjected to only axial forces. And now that's why we have derived this stiffness matrix for this condition. But the same bar member when it is used in the truss, at each node of the bar there are two displacements, horizontal displacement and vertical displacement at first node. Similarly, two displacement at second node. Number of displacement unknowns become 4 when the same bar element is used in the truss. Unknowns are 4. Unknowns become 4. So size of stiffness matrix of that truss element becomes 4 by 4. Right? So understand, when you are writing the stiffness matrix for bar member, it is 2 by 2. But when the same bar is used in the truss structure, instead of 2 by 2, the stiffness matrix becomes 4 by 4 because unknowns are horizontal and vertical displacement at each node. There are 2 nodes to the truss member, so unknown become 4. Okay. Now why these unknowns are 4? Because we are finding displacements with respect to horizontal x and vertical y, that is global coordinate system. It means the global unknowns in the truss member are 4, and whereas local unknowns are 2. Local means along the member we have to assume x-axis. So in local coordinate system, truss member becomes the bar member. So at each node there is only one unknown, that is axial displacement. But when the same bar is used in the truss, and if you are solving that problem using global coordinate system, at each node there are 2 unknowns, so total unknowns becomes 4. Size of stiffness matrix of truss member becomes 4 by 4. Okay, so this change from local to global, individual bar is a local coordinate system, but the same bar when it is used in the truss, it converted into global coordinate system. So again, local unknowns are transferred into global unknowns. Local coordinate system, local stiffness matrix is transferred into global stiffness matrix. So in local is everything is nothing but bar. But when that bar is used in the truss, everything is converted into global coordinate system. So this transformation of local to global, either unknowns or stiffness matrix. Okay, so we have to transfer the unknowns or stiffness matrix from local coordinate system to global coordinate system. So that transformation of this is done with the help of transformation matrix. Okay, so now we have to derive the transformation matrix for the truss element. Okay, so that transformation matrix will derive in the next class. Okay, thank you.